In order for you to enlighten yourself, you must spread light within yourself. This is the Think Successfully Room. It's excellent.
Man, welcome back to another episode of the Think Successfully Room. This is a platform where we focus on building mindsets. We building character, bringing value to both you and your people, and aligning your body with your intelligence. I'm your host, QB So Effing Amazing. Give me 1 minute, brother. I don't know what this Lynn or something, this shit bothering me, man. Man, Blaqamore, bro. Man, good seeing you, man.
It's good, man. Likewise. As always.
Man, always good hopping on here with you, brother. Man, I need the same with Tiff, man. I need to find you. I need to come up with an intro specifically for you, man. So I ain't gotta keep saying the same thing. But man, so I'm just go ahead and hop right into it, man. So I recently sent you an article. The title of the article was "Can You Rot Your Brain by Scrolling Too Much on Your Phone?" Right. So it was so just giving them a brief explanation about that article, right? So it was an IG influencer that posts something along the lines of 2 or more hours of mindless scrolling could reduce gray matter in important regions of the brain, right? And those regions could be responsible for decision making and your ability to process information, right? So before I go further, I wanted to explain exactly what mindless scrolling was, or we may hear the terms of zombie scrolling. What was the other one? Doom scrolling as well is another term that you will probably hear, right? So it's a habit of passively scrolling through digital content, right? Social media being the biggest one, right? Well, pretty much putting you inside of a cycle to where you don't know how to sell your device down simply because of how the algorithms is set up, right? So when we go on Facebook, Instagram, right, the algorithms is set up to feed you endless amount of content, right? So if we take the algorithm and mix that algorithm with your reward system, right, and your reward system then spits out dopamine, this then gives you the desire to scroll for more content, and next thing you know, you are stuck in a cycle and completely lose time, right? So so after reading that article, man, have you ever experienced a moment in time where you were connected to your device so much to the point where you didn't know how to put it down?
Well, this is what I'll say. I'll share a story. When I first realized how much time and energy my phone was taking from me.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, this was during the pandemic in 2020. I was like, I'm not even going. I'm gonna delete the apps that take the most attention from my phone. It really was a social media fast as opposed to a whole phone. Mm-hmm. So I deleted, Facebook and Instagram and all that off my phone. Only for a day. No bullshit. Within that day, I wrote a whole book.
Oh, straight up.
It's called the Stock Market Grade Book. You can hit me up and get it right now still if you want. I wrote a whole book in a day. That just shows like how much more productivity are we missing out on because we just in our phone. Like I got so bored. I was like, damn, what do I do with my time?
You know what? That's crazy that we trick I ain't gonna say trick ourselves, but we are so used to having our phones in our hands that when we don't have it, we get a sense of discomfort. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what to do without it, even though it's a lot of things you can do. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of things. Yeah.
That's something you want to learn. Maybe it's something a new skill you want to develop. It's so much time that you have gained back to put into something else. I had looked at some statistics on social media and it was explaining how we spend maybe between 3 to 5 hours a day just scrolling on social media, right? So I came up with a solution, man. What if, because on most phones you can set limits on your phone now, right? And let's say you set it to an hour a day, right? After you reach that hour, it completely lock you out of these social media platforms. Now, I got the numbers cracked down on one of these papers somewhere around here, but it pretty much was like, look, if I was spending 5 hours a day on social media and now I'm only spending back spending an hour a day, right? That means I have gained 4 hours back for that day, right? So when you take those 4 hours and you time, you know what I'm saying, that shit adds up every single day, you know what I'm saying? You got more time back in the week, you know what I'm saying? You times that by 4, you know what I'm saying? Now you got even more time within a single month. And if you think about the 100-hour rule, where 100 hours you can pretty much develop a skill just putting 100 hours into that skill. So if you have saved 100 hours, like the 100 hours you was using, you know what I'm saying, scrolling social media, and you then reallocate that towards developing this, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you did that every single month, right? That's 10 to 12 different skills or things you have learned in a single year, strictly because you have disciplined yourself as far as the amount of time that you were spending on social media.
Yeah, and that's powerful. Like,
Yeah.
people need to rewind that and like really take in what you just said, because time is the one thing we don't get back. It's what life is made of.
Yeah, facts. That is a fact, man. And I'll and you know, speaking for myself, man, it's a tip that I had came across where everybody should create like a phone free zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody should have a phone free zone, right? Whether that's your office, maybe that's your bedroom. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to go to sleep or when it's time to go in your office, your phone is not allowed. You put that somewhere else. And in some cases, I would even recommend that you completely turn your phone off and stash it in a safe somewhere, because it's out of sight, out of mind, right? Because shit, you hear a notification. I have witnessed people, like, if they're driving and they hear a notification go off, they got one hand on the wheel like this, trying to get their phone, trying to see who, you know what I'm saying, who to message them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that article was powerful in a sense, because it was teaching us how to, not necessarily teaching us, but telling us the damage that's being done to our brains when we give so much of our time to our cellular devices.
Yeah, it's funny you said having a phone free zone, because me and my lady, we was just talking about that with the crib we just got to. Like, we got to make one of these rooms like electronic free, no TVs, no phones, no nothing, just human connection or peace only.
Right. Yeah, man, that's a big one, man, because it's like it has got us to a point to where we don't know what to do without them. Like, it was actually a part in that article where it was I think he was a doctor or scientist, where he had a patient, and he was trying to decide or trying to figure out why he couldn't put down his phone. And it was some type of I forgot the term that he used, but he really could not disconnect himself from his phone. You know what I'm saying? He would spend 8 to 9 hours a day on his phone, simply because he didn't know how to disconnect himself from it. Right. And when they did take his phone, he got very uncomfortable, simply because he didn't know what to do without it. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is it's kind of like a wake up call, man. Like, it's like, besides that, and the fact that when we are on social media, right, the algorithm favors high quality content, right? It's going to favor popular content, right? So, for example, if it's somebody that's just stuck in a cycle, like they scrolling through social media, right, and all they seeing is highlights of somebody else's life, right? They get in this like depression, this depressed like state. They get in this state where they're not satisfied, simply because they are viewing pictures of people's lives that they feel like they deserve, right? So it makes them feel like they're not doing something right because of what they're seeing on social media, right? So, go ahead, Brody.
Well, because I actually this is where call me toxic, call me whatever, because I figure we ain't about to put our phones down no time soon. If we be real with ourselves, that's a conversation I had with myself.
Yeah.
So I was like, how can I not fall into traps? And like the point you was just bringing up, like, you know, we be looking at other people's lives and pictures and like, damn, we probably ain't where we should be. And then that statement of comparison is a thief of joy comes to mind.
Facts.
But what I like to say, compare, at least for me, comparison is a source of joy.
Yeah.
This may be fucked up, but I like to look at people who aren't as fortunate as me. Because it makes me feel grateful.
Yeah.
It helps me be happy. And I advise other people do the same. Because I think it beats comparing yourself to people doing better than you. Especially if it's a level that's like so far out of your intermediate grasp. Not to say you'll never get there, but you don't see a way where you can get there in the immediate future.
Yeah.
We just gotta flip some things around. If we just apply the inversion mental model, sometimes we don't have to be as messed up.
Yeah.
Just saying,
man. But sometimes though, like when I see somebody doing better than me, man, I actually get motivated from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get motivated
some of us,
from it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's somebody that I don't necessarily know, but we come from the same place. And they doing something, I'm like, damn, like that shit actually gave me motivation. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll probably be sitting here feeling like, damn, man, I'd be feeling like it's not possible. But if I see somebody doing some shit or reach a level, you know what I'm saying, and they came from the same place I came from, shit, they just
sometimes they come from worse than where we came from.
Yeah, and they situation could have been worse. It actually motivated me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the people who get a sense of dissatisfaction or they get in this depression state are people that don't have the drive to do anything to begin with anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, why would you feel dissatisfied or depressed off somebody else's life? Why not just use that as motivation, right? I feel like the only reason you will be depressed is because you know you don't have the drive to get there.
Yeah, life is hard, man. Everything it look easy, like as you growing up and you see whoever do whatever, like, oh, I'm gonna just do that, and you even almost feel entitled to success.
Facts.
Until you get grown and you go out there in the real world and slap you around a couple times.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so, that shit is I think it would be dope to make that in like a some type of family. Like challenge people you care about, whether you got homies, whether you got relatives, man. It's like, man, I challenge y'all to put y'all phone away for an entire weekend. No cell phone device, nothing, just working on you, just working on your well-being, focusing on you. Cause like you said, when you said you put your phone down for a day and wrote an entire book. Now, let's say you didn't take the initiative to put down your cell phone. You probably wouldn't even got 2 pages wrote.
Nah, wouldn't have thought to write the book. I ain't even think to write the book. I put the phone down.
See what I'm saying? So like so when you put your phone down, something like, damn, I'm bored, I'm finna write a book.
Exactly.
But really you just created something of value though. Like you just created, like you disconnecting your phone allowed you to create something. You put all your effort into it in a matter of 24 hours, but now it's something you could sell 100 times, 200 times, shit, 500 times. And you only created it once, and you made that decision just off the fact that you disconnected yourself from your phone. Right?
Exactly.
And so it's a lot of things that we can accomplish, or it's a lot of things that we can work on as far as ourselves. Like things that you want to do, things that you want to create, things that you want to learn. It's there. Like the moment you decide to take your time away from something that's designed to keep you trapped anyway, and place it over here and begin to do something better with yourself.
Yeah, and also when you brought up people looking at others, and it's probably because they ain't got the drive to do it anyway. That's why they would get depressed. Yeah. And in the article, when it was, because they was the study, a lot of the studies they doing for like what they call in brain rot, they like cross-sectional studies, which is to say they're basically just looking at a snapshot. So they didn't look at how people's brain was before they started using the phone. So what do you think of how much do you think is like with the quote unquote brain rot happening? Do you think them people are just prone to be that way anyway, as opposed to, because some of us still use our phone as a tool, like you and I, we making the podcast, we doing what we doing, and you got some who just scroll and just get depressed the more they move their thumb up. How much do you think is, for lack of better words, predetermined versus the phone is really messing with their brain?
Okay, let me see how to answer that. I think for the most part, if it's like I said, if it's someone who I feel like you wouldn't let the phone get the best of you, man, if you was destined for greatness. Like I just, you know what I'm saying? I feel
I
like
feel like it's kind of in us.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like if you I feel like if you knew, like, okay, this is where I want to be, and they tell, look, all you got to do is disconnect yourself. Shit, it's fun. Like I'm finna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna write some things down, try to figure out how I can better manage my time. I feel like the people that's getting trapped with the phones are ones that don't really have I don't want to say I sound fucked up when I say that, but don't really have a life, you know what I'm saying? It ain't, because I don't really see no other way to get depressed. Now, when they were doing their little studies, and because they all had their own opinions on, look, because it wasn't no evidence on what the brain was doing, but it's like in some sections of the article I disagree with, because it's like the shit they saying is happening with the brain is exactly what I felt when I, you know what I'm saying, is when I was going through my phase with my phone, and even when I tried to put my phone down, some still revert me back to my cell phone. You know what I'm saying? So it's things that I felt personally. So I forgot her name on there, but she was pretty much going against it. Like, look, we can't sit here and put the blame or call that an addiction if we don't know for sure exactly what's happening in the mind. But it's, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just with experience, like exactly what they're saying is what I've experienced. You know what I'm saying? So I think it wouldn't be that hard at all. You know what I'm saying? If you want better for yourself. But I think it is like, once you get stuck in that trap, if you don't control it immediately, you become embedded in that cycle deeper, you know what I'm saying, than what you are.
Yeah, I found an article written, because I think it was like written by like the Times of India, because it was in India, I believe, and it was some teenage boy who went missing. The boy was on his phone the whole time. His smartphone addiction was so crazy. He was missing, like he was like on crack or something, and they had to like really do an intervention to get him off his phone.
Like, so he wandered off?
Yeah, I don't know where they found him, but he was gone for like more than a day for sure.
Only just scrolling on his desk.
On his, because he was that addicted to us. Like he like isolated himself.
That's like a severe case. Like to like forget, to like really forget time in your surroundings.
Yeah,
you just doing this.
But that's why I wonder, like when I asked earlier, like if phones didn't exist, the people who are suffering from phone addiction the most, would it just be some other thing that's messing them? Will they find another tool to jack themselves up?
That's actually a good question. That's actually a good question. But I think the algorithms does play, you know what I'm saying? Because like how they you know, they design. Man, I'm gonna have to put you. I meant to jot the shit down. It's a documentary on Netflix that pretty much gave a breakdown, detail from detail, about the algorithms and exactly how they target people, and exactly how the algorithms is set up to mess with us psychologically. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of old, a couple years ago, maybe. Or it's
it might be a couple years, a year.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
Yeah, but
I feel like they be running experiments. Like sometimes I'll get on social media and it's like everything is sad, and then some other days I get on social media and everything is angry, and some days I get on social media like everything is happy. Like I feel like they be like, let me see if we could influence this person's emotions if we show them this post, and this. Then I also feel like lately they don't know me as well. They be showing me things. I'm like, what make y'all think I'm interested in this? Hey,
Yeah. Man, and then they real good at bringing out the lower version of you. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
what I mean by
because it's
that
the
is,
most reactive part of us.
yeah, the lower version. Like that's why I stopped getting on Facebook for real. Like I get on Facebook to post content, hop right off, check messages if I got to. But like Facebook, damn near like a porn site now. You know what I'm saying? Every other feed is some type of some porn shit. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, it's gonna affect the men more than the women. And next thing you know, like not only do we have to worry about the algorithm feeding us this content that's already triggering our dopamine. Now we are running into content that's bringing out the lust in us as well, and that's keeping us on the app even longer. So yeah, I stopped getting on Facebook because I'm not sure what happened, but it just like Facebook isn't more like professional the way that I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is like a legit porn site now. Even with Instagram too though. Have you ever went to Instagram's explore page and all you see is females?
Not no more, because I unfollowed every single model ever. Because I'll be with my girl and I will open up Instagram and it'll just be like some big old booty and I'll be like, oh shit, I want to. So I just went and I unfollowed every video vixen and model ever, and now my explore page ain't nothing but vegan food and traveling.
Yeah, man, I went on my motherfucking explore page. I'm like, and all I can say is, dang, like you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, let me get off this shit, man, because like the first, I scrolled at least 4 times, and that's all the hell I'm seeing, man. But it's kind of like, and then it's like, even when you try to follow somebody that's good at the vegan food, it's even females on there that's good, that's talented with the cooking, but they do a little twerk before they even start cooking. So it's like, man, this okay, this probably not good, I might as well not even. But it's a lot of shit that's on there that distracts us, and it's proven that if we don't control it, you know what I'm saying, we'll never reach the level we're trying to achieve. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the sad part, is that some people will never gain the strength to disconnect themselves.
Yeah, I strongly suggest people try to proactively influence your algorithm, because that's what I do. Like, since I know that they try to show more of what you engage with, I'll purposely engage in whatever genre I'm most interested in and just go stupid with it, and then they'll update. It's helped a lot. My algorithm will look totally different if I just let my mind wander.
My fault for cutting you off, bro. So you saying you unsubscribe or unfollow like pages that don't serve no purpose, and you just follow the pages that know what I'm saying, that serve.
I follow that. I'll even like, for example, like I want to learn more about like just the physiology and like how cold showers affect the body or whatever. I would just find people who do that. I'll be too busy to really engage with it. I'll just let a video play. The phone think I'm watching it because it's getting the watch time up. So by the time I come back to it, it's gonna take me further in that rabbit hole, which by default is gonna take me out of the other things. Even on my YouTube, I literally unsubscribed to everybody I was subscribed to over the years, and just took a day to intentionally follow the top like 8 channels that I knew would serve me the best. And I also would create other pages and follow things that go directly against what I believe, just so I could see the best arguments from that side. Because, like, for example, like politically speaking, if you believe in this thing, you're only going to see things that affirm what you believe, and you're only going to see the dumbest arguments from the other side.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, I know people who disagree with me, they all can't be this stupid. So I would make a page, and then I would see like smarter arguments from the other side. Like, oh, okay, now I'll be doing all these algorithm gymnastics just so I can have control of. And it's crazy that it came to this. Like, you gotta like teach a class on how to control your algorithm just so you can have control over your mind. Like, it's insane. Yeah, I shouldn't have to go through all this just to have control over my mind. Yeah, but that's what we activate.
And then man, it's been moments too where where you be scrolling too, and there's really no consciousness. Like, you not like, as far as the content that you're consuming, there's really no what's the term I'm looking for? Consciously, you're not really thinking about what the type of content you're scrolling. You're just, I mean, you're
Just
consuming. You're
mindlessly
just
scrolling.
scrolling. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like you completely forget about time. Like in your mind, you probably thinking you only sat there 30 minutes, but in reality,
3-4 hours,
shit,
bro.
3-4 hours. Like it's crazy. Like and I done seen. I'm like, man, like just sit on the edge of your couch. Maybe somebody that just woke up in the morning that, you know, they don't even go wash their face first. You know what I'm saying? Their alarm probably go off, grab their phone, and they sitting on their side scrolling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then not even really paying attention to what's going on, or they just scrolling through content, and next thing you know, they been up since 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Shit, it's going on 11 o'clock, and all you've been doing is sitting there scrolling. And
Yeah.
a lot of time, like just the amount of time or the things you could have got done in 3 hours is kind of like, when you think about that, that's kind of ridiculous, man.
Yeah, and to that point, was crazy. The craziest thing about that is when you first wake up in the morning, that's when you have the most ATP, which is they call the willpower molecule. So that's the time where you need to be doing things that you know you need to do that you may not necessarily feel like doing. And your phone is taking that time away. By the time you get off the phone and you've been in bed for 3 hours, now your willpower molecule is depleted, and now you're just stuck in that same cycle like a hamster on the wheel. You could have been taking that time to take yourself to the next level.
Man, you know, that's why it's something about getting up, or if you don't, how early you be getting up, bro?
I get up at like 6:37, between 6:30 and 7:30.
Yeah, that's a good time, man. Like, I feel like anywhere definitely between, I say 5:30, 7 o'clock, whatever. That's a good place to be. Assuming you somebody that's not a night owl, where you still able to function throughout the night. You know what I'm saying? Most people, they, you know what I'm saying, they think they best early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Assuming they got a good night's rest, they get up and get what they need to get done. You know what I'm saying? So the way I was thinking was, like, the earlier you get up, you could probably have your work completed by 12, 1 o'clock, as long as you start that momentum.
Easy.
You know, at the beginning of the morning. But what people have or struggle with is putting that cell phone down before they start their morning. That's what kill that momentum soon as they get up. It's that cell phone.
Yeah, yes indeed. Because and you'll feel so much better about yourself once you do the things you know you need to do.
Absolutely.
You got to build. It's all about, like you said, momentum. It's all about the momentum. Like every little action that you, because I mean, when you think about it like this, everything we do, we're practicing getting better at that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So every time you pick up your phone and scroll, you just got better at scrolling on the phone. You just got better at coming up with an excuse to scroll your phone.
Yeah.
Like there is no hold on, pause, let me do this without getting better at it. No, everything you do, you get better at it every time you do it. Like if you think about it like that, do you want to practice, keep getting better at scrolling on the phone and wasting time? Do you want to be a good time waster?
A professional time waster.
Yeah. They don't pay you for that.
Y'all playing, man. Y'all playing. There's so many things to see in life, man, and y'all will never see it. The nice cars, the nice houses. Shit, you want to go vacate when you want to go vacate, man. You gotta sacrifice that motherfucking cell phone and begin to build things. Use that time to build things that'll help get you there, man. So, man, Blaqamore, man, what are some tips, man, before we get off? What are some tips that you feel people can use to help them escape that cycle, that algorithm trap that they are currently stuck in?
Well, if y'all anything like me, I like to use the excuse of I'm getting on my phone to learn things, even though I can know I'm bullshit myself sometimes.
Yeah.
But what you can do to help remedy that bullshit, because this is what I do a lot of time. Just commit. Just make a 5-minute promise to yourself when you wake up. Like, before I even touch my phone, I just want to spend a good 5 minutes going over everything I learned yesterday. Just to make sure that I wasn't just passively learning things, but really actively learning something. So it wasn't all in vain. And then a lot of times what you'll find is you'll get inspired to go act on what you learned yesterday before you even get to the phone. So just 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes, go over everything you learned the day prior or whatever you study, and just kind of go over those things again, or visualize yourself practicing those things. And then if you don't feel inspired to do anything, you still want to grab your phone, fine, grab the phone. But just do that 5 minutes first. That's what I was saying. That's helped me.
Man, I think appreciate that tip, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think I brung up the phone. We brung up the phone free zone. So I mean, a lot of times though, I mean, ideally, if you have an office or some type of space where you go to stay to yourself, I would actually get a sign. Maybe you could get a no phone sign and put it on the door, right? So then you telling yourself, like, when you go to open that door, it's a sign right there. You telling yourself, no phones allowed. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you take your phone out, turn it off or whatever, and you go put it in an entirely different room. Because a lot of times what happens is, if you are in your office and you intend on getting work done, if your phone is sitting right there and you see it light up, a notification come in or anything like that, in your mind, let me check that notification and see who this is. But then now, you got all these vibrant colors, Facebook app, the IG app, you make the mistake of clicking on it. Now the algorithm got you just because you clicked inside of the app.
It's like that.
And now you scrolling. You done wasted 45 minutes of unproductivity simply because you made that mistake. So if you create a no free zone and put your phone in an entirely different room, now you have nothing but time to focus and get the work done, get to it and get it done. In a digital detox, I would throw that tip in there as well. Digital detox. This can be a whole 24 hours without your cellular device, social media, or either challenge yourself and go an entire weekend and focus on just building and focus on just building you, or focus on your well-being. And this will help break that cycle as well. Yeah. And also take some time to go through your apps and disable a lot of those notifications. Like, I only keep my message notifications on. And also sit and ask yourself, when's the last time you got a notification from your phone and you went to see what that notification was, and whatever you got notified about just really changed your life for the better? Like, you couldn't have won it if you would have waited 2 minutes. Your happiness would have just been depleted. Like, yo, they don't be about nothing. They just telling you about something stupid that just happened. You'll be fine. You ain't gotta, I gotta go see what happened. It ain't nothing. I swear it's nothing. Just that deep. Your phone will ring 3-4 times in a row. You know what? Speaking of that, bro, I want to throw this in there. So that documentary I told you about, right? They explain how, let's say you make a post, right? And that post it does well. What they do is they delay the likes. They delay the likes and comments and all of that. And now the shit just coming in, bombarding you. Like, it comes in all at the same time, because that one ding is going to trigger that reward system, that dopamine. So now when you hearing 50, 60 of them coming in, you stuck to that phone. Like, you damn near don't put it down, because you feel like you somebody just based off those notifications that's coming in. The algorithm is built to delay likes, comments, shares, anything that's going to notify you. So when all that shit comes in at one time, it releases more dopamine and therefore keep you trapped. And now you completely just wasted your day, because that shit probably finna be ringing for the rest of the day, depending on if it's content that actually did well. It's likes and shit finna come in for a while. So now it don't nothing else matter but that phone. They playing dirty. Just to give another example to add to that point of how advanced a lot of these corporations are in psychology and knowing how to control your mind, basically. This isn't even a technology example. We about to talk about McDonald's. This was back when I was still bigger and had high blood pressure and all of that, right? This is how sick I was and how much of a grasp they had on me. I'm watching CNBC. A documentary on how bad McDonald's is coming on. The documentary is about how
how cheap and poisonous and how unhealthy the food is.
Mm.
My first thought, I need to go get me some McDonald's. No bullshit. I went to McDonald's
after they just
got
said it
3
was poison.
chickens, a large fry, and a sweet tea, and watched the documentary on how bad that food. I'm eating McDonald's, watching the McDonald's documentary.
Damn.
Nobody in their right mind would do that.
Shit.
And this was about 10 years ago. So if what they're doing is powerful enough to control my mind like that 10 years ago, and that's not even a technology thing, how powerful is now that technology is advanced and they done made more advancements in psychology? How much control of your life do you believe you really have?
That is true. I want to ask you though, bro, because you said you was watching a documentary on how bad this shit was, and you still went and got 3 McChickens, a fry, and a drink. Like what?
Yep.
I guess what exactly did they say or do to trigger you to go buy? Even though they were speaking unhealthy shit about McDonald's, what still triggered you to go buy?
I believe it's more because we have like the analytical language part of our brain, and we got like the part that deals with art and imagery. I think just seeing the McDonald's sign spoke to it. I think there was a disconnection from the words they were saying and the imagery that came in my mind. Like, little did they know that was a damn commercial. And that just shows how powerful that part of the brain is as far as it influencing our behaviors. What we hear and what we feel from imagery or other sounds or even smell, 2 different things.
Yeah, that was a psychological tactic for sure, man. Like to completely for you to see a McDonald's sign, like the motherfucker ain't even gotta say McDonald's. Like
Ain't even gotta say it.
If you just see a yellow M, that you just gonna think of everything that McDonald's has to offer, right?
Yep.
But to completely, I guess, disrupt the shit that's being said about McDonald's,
Yeah, just complete override.
Yeah, it was an override. Like you, like, man, look, we telling you this is bad, but soon as they show that logo, man, I'm finna go get me some McDonald's.
I was comfortable, and just think about it. Like, I'm already comfortable. I'm chilling, comfortable, laying on pillows.
Yeah,
right?
You got dressed.
And it was so powerful. I wanted to get out of my comfort, make myself $7-8 broker than I was.
Shit, yeah. Maybe got
to
dressed.
Poison myself some more. Like, that is retarded.
Damn. Hey,
so what type of retarded things do your smartphone got you doing a day that everybody else can see, but you can't usually see the stupid shit that you everybody else see it, but you be the last one to see it.
Man, that's a powerful thing, man. You can't tell me who these companies, man, they have people on their teams that keep them educated on the human brain, like that really knows science behind how the human mind works, and they take this information and implement it into their business models. So now they,
for example, not to cut you off right quick, but to that point, and speaking of McDonald's, also, like when they be testing new food products, they don't just give like, hey, rate this on how it tastes on a scale of 1 to 10. No, they have things hooked up to your brain and they just measure the dopamine activity. They don't even care about what you say. They just measure like what's the dopamine activity that comes in. The more dopamine that goes off, that's what they add to the menu. And I learned this over a decade ago. They probably got some more advanced things to that.
Yeah, so that means shit is so right. So everything bro just said is exactly how algorithms work today. Yep. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly what to put in front of you that's going to trigger certain areas of the brain. And this is what keeps you trapped and in that cycle. But if you're not careful, you'll be trapped too long and then you won't even have the time to work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you, like, the way I see it, you're going to forever be in a position in life where you're feeling depressed or a sense of dissatisfaction simply because you don't know how to escape that. You know, so yeah, bro, man, appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, likewise, man.
Yeah. That was man. So we dropped the tips on how to. I mean, there's other tips you can look up. I'm sure if you type in brain rot, algorithm brain rot, cell phone, like something along those lines, and tips will normally come up on how you can disconnect yourself from your cellular device. And trust me, if it's somewhere you want to be in life, if it's things you want to accomplish, your first step is disconnecting yourself from the algorithm, social media, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where most of your time is going, right? So understand us when we say you spending at least maybe 5 to 7, maybe even 8 hours a day just scrolling on your phone. Even though there's no conscious thought behind your scrolling, there's no purpose why you on your phone. We just pick up our phone and scroll. And it's designed to keep us there, right? So if it's things you want to accomplish in life, your first step is disconnecting from that cellular device and repositioning your time. So, yeah, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on IG, and we, you know, like I said, we're going to continue to keep dropping more valuable content, keep y'all more informed, and hopefully we can be a help to both you and your people. Blaqamore, you got anything else to say, brother?
Just as last thing, because you mentioned that tip, you know, you could look up, you know, brain rot, you know, disruption things or whatever. Some of you may be so hopeless trying to get on your phone to find tips to get off the phone will keep you on the phone.
Yeah.
And in that event, just sit down, close your eyes, and breathe rhythmically to gain some type of control back over yourself. Just breathe, you know, 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out for at least a minute. And then just try to think in your own mind, because your brain is the most powerful smartphone, computer, technology, whatever you want to call it.
Facts. Or if you feel like that's gonna be a problem where you trying to disconnect your phone, but you're on your phone trying. Use a laptop. You got an iPad, anything like that. Use a bigger device that you know you're not finna carry with you, right? I would say a laptop if you got it, simply because wherever your laptop is at, majority of the time it's gonna stay there, right? So go to your laptop and look up these tips, so you don't spend more time than you have to on your cellular device simply because you're trying to disconnect from it. Yeah, y'all. Man, life is good, y'all. Life is wonderful. Be blessed to be alive. Self-sufficiency is how you survive. To the kings and queens, to the gods and goddess, forever and always. Think successfully. It's excellent.